Hello students, welcome to the session. I am Mr. M.H. Mota, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. This session is on filtration of water. The outcome of this session. In this session, you will be able to understand the process of filtration along with types of filters and various processes taking place during the filtration operation. So let's start learning. Filtration. Generally, the processes used on water treatment plant like clarifloculation are unable to remove the 100% impurities which are particulate in nature. They are unable to reduce all kinds of dirts possibly present in the water, and because of that the filtration is practiced. Filtrations are capable enough to reduce or to remove every possible presence of the particulate matters which still are unable to escape through the process of clarification even after the coagulation has been done. So the filtration is called as the polishing stage of water treatment. The overall performance of the water treatment plant is supposed to be the function of the filtration. The performance of filter generally defines the overall performance of a water treatment plant. Better will be the filtration, better will be the output quality of the overall water treatment plant as such. So the process of passing the water through the beds of granular material is known as filtration. These granular materials are generally made up of sands. The filtration may help in removing color, odor, turbidity and some pathogenic bacteria from the water. Even though to reduce the pathogenic bacteria content to zero on most of the water treatment plant, the disinfection is practiced. But for the removing of color, odor and the residual turbidity after the processes like clarification, the filtration is helpful. To remove or to reduce these impurities and to produce the potable and palatable water, the water is filtered through the beds of fine granular material such as sand. The types of filters. Generally, the filters used for the mass purification of water at the water treatment plant are divided under two heads. Those are either gravity filters or pressure filters. Gravity filters are further divided as slow sand gravity filters and rapid sand gravity filters. The slow sand gravity filters has much lesser rate of filtration. They filter with very slow rate as compared to the rapid sand filter. The rate of rapid sand filter is increased in multifold as compared to the slow sand filters. The pressure filters are able to produce even with much higher filtration rate even if we compare it with the rapid sand filters. The slow sand gravity filters are useful in the sense that they can remove much larger percentage of impurities and bacteria from the water. Among all filter, the slow sand filter is supposed to be the best as far as its performance in the removal of the impurities and pathogenic bacteria is concerned. However, they yield a very small rate of filtration and because of which it requires comparatively very large area. Because of this limitation, slow sand filters are becoming obsolete these days. These days, the developing countries like India are relying on the method of filtration which is a rapid sand gravity filter. There is large amount of modification in terms of rapid sand gravity filters have been happened. Theory of filtration. The filtration, when it occurs or when the process of filtration is done, it is assumed that there are four different processes happening which are resulting in removing the dirt or the particulate matter present in the water. Those four processes are mechanical straining, flocculation and sedimentation, biological metabolism and electrostatic charge reduction. Let's try to understand it in more depth. The suspended particles bigger size than the size of voids in the sand layer of the filter cannot able to pass through these voids, and these are getting arrested, and thus they are separated from the water. This is the meaning of mechanical straining. Most of the particles are removed in the upper sand layers. Generally what happens is that when the filters are utilized, these sand layers are utilized in different depths, and most of the times the particles are captured in the upper sand layers while the lower sand layers are comparatively participating less in the mechanical straining. It gives arrested particles including the coagulated floc forms a mat on the top of the bed, which further helps in straining out the impurities. So this even helps us in removing higher amount of the impurities and even the finer size of impurities. Next is flocculation and sedimentation, which is taking place in a body of a sand filter. It has been found that the filters are able to remove even particles of smaller size than the size of voids. This is happening because the void space act like a tiny coagulation and sedimentation tanks. So when water enter into the sand filter, the water is passing through the different void spaces, and in that void space generally the sedimentation takes place because water even is getting stagnant in certain part of these voids, and the velocity even has been altered. Because of that, those small tiny like tanks has been offering the stagnation of water, and the certain amount of impurities have been arrested. All matter arrested in these voids are then getting removed. Even it forms a very gelatinous kind of mass on the sand layer, and that attracts the other finer particles to get reduced. Next is biological metabolism. The certain microorganisms and bacteria are generally present in the voids of the filter. They may either present initially as a coating over the sand grains, or they may coat during the initial process of filtration. But these biological particles or biological matter present in the body of a sand filter is even contributing in removing the different particles present in the water. These organisms utilize the organic impurities present in a water and convert them into a harmless compound by a process of biological metabolism. Generally what happens is that these biological particles or the bacteria use the organic matter present in the water as their food, and they utilize or consume that. The byproduct of this particular action is the carbon dioxide and water. So in this process generally the character of water has been improved in terms of improvement in organic character of a water. Last is electrostatic changes. Electrostatic change of filter help in purifying the water by changing the chemical characteristics of water. This may be explained by the fact that the sand grains of the filter media and the impurities in water carries electrical charge of opposite nature. Generally we are aware that the dirt or the particulate matter is negatively charged. On the other hand, the sand particles present in the water are positively charged. So when they come in a contact with each other, they neutralize the charge present over them, and in this process they are reducing the electrical charges on the particles and helps in improving the overall electric nature of the water, as well as they are resulting in the better flocculation that is happening in the body of the sand filter. When these oppositely charged particles and impurities come in contact with each other, they neutralize each other by changing the character of the water, and in the process making it purer. The different filter materials used are sand, gravel and other filtration materials. Sand. Sand is utilized as a filter media. In most of the slow sand filters and rapid sand filters, sand is used as a major filter medium. The filtration takes place in the body of a sand. Whatever sand we are using, it should be free from dirt and all other impurities. The sand utilized should be much cleaner and best possible, as the impurities present in sand may sometimes contaminate the water in initial phases. So it should be clean from the dirt and other impurities. It should be uniform in nature and size. It should be hard enough to resist the chemical attack. It is supposed to be that the resistance of such thing is tested by using the hydrochloric acid. It should not lose its weight by 5% after being placed in hydrochloric acid for 24 hours. This is the test which is carried out to check the suitability of the sand as filter medium. The gradation of sand even plays an important role. There are two different parameters used to assess, to consider the suitability of the sand. Those two parameters are effective size and coefficient of uniformity. Effective size means the D10 size or size the sand by weight which is lesser than the 10%. Suppose we have a medium of sand and it has got a weight of 1000 kilogram. If we sieve it, then the sand of size finer than the D10 size will have a weight of 100 kilograms or lesser. The coefficient of uniformity is the ratio of D60 to D10 size. The detail about these you will learn in the subject of soil mechanics, where you will able to understand the meaning of these D10 and D60 terms. The gravel. Gravel is generally used as a base material. It is a material over which the actual sand medium is placed. Whatever gravel we are utilizing should be hard enough, durable, free from all impurities. The gravel utilized should be properly rounded, and the density of the gravel used should be in a range of 1600 kilograms per meter cube or more. The size of gravel used depends upon the type of filter. Once again, the gravel bed or gravel base consists of the particles of different sizes, which ranges in a range of few millimeters to 60 odd millimeters or even more in few cases. Along with that, different other materials are even currently used. Other than sand, anthracite coal and garnet are also used as filter medium. Rather, they are used in multimedia filters. In India, still we are not using the multimedia filters. Multimedia filters are much better in the performance as compared to the rapid sand monomedia filters. They are used for achieving the higher rate of filtration. Unfortunately, the material like anthracite coal and garnet are not easily available in India. In India, we can use bituminous coal, coconut shell, etc. as the filtration medium. Still, they are in a phase where lots of experimentation is going on and they needs to prove themselves as the better filter media compared to the sand media, which is used as a dominant filter media. So it even gives you the chance to do the research and work out the different kinds of possible filter media which can be utilized for the multimedia filters in India. So that's it for this session. Let's meet in next session to learn more. And thank you for your patience learning. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.